This might be a momentous day for the people. A wise man like myself once said, "If you don't take risk, you don't prosper." But today we're gonna take risk. We're gonna build up our own Shopify store. We're not succumbing to, the corporate greedification of Java. We're not succumbing to eBay fees of 15%. We're not succumbing to Facebook Marketplace buyers who want to flake all the time. We're taking the building, we're taking the marketing, we're taking the selling, we're taking the fees into our hands. All right, y'all. So look, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna go through the whole build out today, because I feel like that's like the wrong type of video. I went ahead, got myself a little theme. I had to reach out to a couple guys, a couple homies, and this is what we came up with. TMLPCs.com. We got some ready to ship builds, which is basically my flips. Then we got some staple builds. So pretty happy with the build out, I'm not gonna lie. I took a lot of my inspiration from Meta PCs. Did a lot of digging into like iBuyPower, CyberPower, ZTT's website, a lot of different websites that I kind of pick and pulled from. And this is kind of what I came up with. If you guys want to see it a little bit more in depth, it's tmlpcs.com. So you can go search it up. Now, as far as how we actually came across this first sale, I put up a couple ads. I was going to work actually, and I put up a couple ads for Labor Day. I was like, man, I hate my job. So I put up some ads for Labor Day, and we ended up actually getting somebody reaching out and be like, hey, can you do a commission for me? So boys, we had to stand on business. That's kind of why we're making this video today. I ain't even gonna lie. So I'm gonna go ahead, show you guys the build, that whole process and everything like that, and actually get into a little bit some of my thoughts on whether or not you should actually make your own website, because I see it talked about a lot, especially on Discord. Some of you guys and some other PC flipping servers and our server asking for my opinion on it. So this video kind of aims to answer that question for you guys. So enjoy. Boys and girls, all of our parts have arrived for our commission build for the first sale on tmlpcs.com. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna take you guys through the specs, all of that good stuff, show you what we're working with. Now, when the buyer came to me, he was extremely clear with the type of specs that he wanted, what his plans for the computer were, and what he was actually looking to get out of me, right? So I went ahead, he basically gave me a whole entire spec list, and he was like, hey, what is this gonna cost? Because I'm shopping around, I'm looking at different companies, so I want to see what you guys have to offer. So I went ahead, made him a PC part picker, gave him a price, and we agreed to it. So let me go ahead and show you guys the specs behind me. So first off, for our processor, we have a Ryzen 7 9800X3D. It's basically the fastest gaming processor that you can buy out right now, and we were able to get this on a deal from Micro Center for $390. So pretty nice price. Didn't have to pay retail. That one helped the profit a little bit. For our storage, we have this Acer FA200 4TB drive. He did specify Gen 4 and 4 terabytes. He didn't really care what brand. Acer, obviously, solid brand, well known. So yeah. And then as well for our RAM, we have a 64 gigabyte kit of Viper, Patriot Viper RAM. It's rated at 6000 megahertz CL30. He only specified CL30. He didn't really say like what speed he really cared. Like he said he didn't really care about the speed as long as it was CL30. For our cooler, we have this Thermalright Frozen S360. Now the buyer here, he's not really big on RGB. He told me like, hey, I don't really care if it has RGB because I'm just going to turn it off anyways. Then for our graphics card, we went with this MSI Shadow 3X RTX 5070 Ti. For our motherboard, we went with this Gigabyte X670 Aorus Elite AX. Really nice X670 board. And then lastly, for our power supply, we have this VTrue 850 watt, very nice. And it's actually rated tier A on the power supply tier list. I'll go ahead and throw it up right here. Like I know VTrue has been around for a while. Obviously like they're newer to the power supply game, but I do have full confidence behind that unit. And if the buyer has any issues, they can just let me know and we can get it sorted. And then lastly, for the case, we have this Fantex XT Pro Ultra. Really nice, has 4 ARGB fans. I actually bought the one that had black fans, but this is
This is new information to me. The case that got delayed by like 5 days is definitely arrived in style. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna offer to just get a replacement case, and it's gonna take like a couple of days to come in. It's not really ideal. Oh my God. Irrespective of this case damage, I'm going to start the build a little bit. Put like the CPU, RAM, SSD into the motherboard, get like the mounting hardware, all that, get the power supply prepped, and then yeah, that's really unfortunate. That is very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Part of the game. You gotta pay to play. That's what they say. So I'll let you guys know what we end up doing. Sometimes in life, when there's a problem, there must be a solution. When there's a solution, there was a problem that had been fixed, but the solution has been solutionized. Yeah, man like me, Bob the Builder, fam. I got a solution to the problem in that. But yeah, guys, so went ahead, talked to the buyer. He said he really did not care, bro. Like, as long as it was all blacked out, didn't have RGB, like, he did not care. So went ahead, got an H5 Flow to replace it. I'm going to return the old Fantex case, get my refund because I low-key kind of pissed away like $80 on that case. So yeah, good to go. Got 3 of these matching NZXT fans. A couple of them were from this H3, and then a couple of them were from another H5 build that I did not too long ago. So yeah, we're back in business, boys. We're back in business. So we already got the motherboard prepped. Let's go ahead and finish up the rest of the PC so that way we can get it shipped off to the buyer tomorrow. Let's go ahead, build it, benchmark, do all that good stuff, that good stuff.
Yeah, so for whatever reason, the audio just didn't record, but I'm gonna go through and quickly take you through what actually ensued. Basically, I just went ahead, made sure the drivers were all up to date, there were no issues there, activated Windows, and then I used the UBI settings, or like the out-of-box experience, in order to make sure I didn't have to go ahead and fully reinstall Windows. So that's something that I would recommend for a lot of you guys to do. Instead of reinstalling Windows, use out-of-box experience. It'll maintain your drivers, your activation, if there's any RGB software, whatever the case may be. Now from here, it's time to go ahead and actually pack up the build. So let's do that.
So for a custom build, I usually include literally everything that was used in the process. So this bag has basically like the power cable, Wi-Fi antenna, SATA cable, old power supply cables, screws, zip ties, literally everything. But okay, cool. No issues there. And then I put a little block of foam here. Make sure the GPU is going absolutely nowhere. So that's good. Go ahead, all reliable, Instapack, and then we should be good to go. All right, there ain't nothing going nowhere. So right here I have the invoice, and then I have as well a quick start guide. So we are all good to go. Now it's time to put it in the box. And you guys have seen it before, but I'll show you again how I do the box, because I use just straight corner protectors. I don't double box. So yeah, let's go ahead, let's get that done real quick. So as far as the corner protector method, super simple. Usually I just use these regular like black plastic corner protectors. You can get them on Amazon for like 10 bucks or something like that. So usually I would just go ahead and use these. Now today, I think I'm gonna double up just to
give it a little extra protection. I just dropped one. But yeah, you go ahead, you put one like basically on each corner. So that's gonna be 8 on the inside of the PC. So basically like one on this corner, one on this corner, and obviously I just dropped another one. So you do that for the rest of the PC. And then on the outside, once you box it up, you go ahead, you put a quarter protector here, and then you put one on every corner. So it's 16 per PC. Unless you double up, obviously it would be 32. And as well, another big thing, make sure that you put your label on the top. Majority of the time, they will tend to keep the PC facing upright once you put the label on the top, because obviously like it's gonna be easier for them to just grab the package, scan the top. So there we go. Got all the corner protectors in each corner. So we are ready to pack it up. Yes, my people, so we are back. I wanted to go ahead, give you guys like a quick little cost breakdown, as well as show you the profit and kind of tell you whether or not this whole entire experiment, if you will, was even worth it. So we got 5070 Ti PC right here. Our full cost came out to $1935, and then our payout from Shopify came out to $2,222.45. Now, Shopify does charge a 3% payment processing fee. So obviously way better than, you know, paying out Java or eBay, for example, or whatever the case may be. But obviously it's not, you know, entirely free. Honestly, me personally, like I didn't really care that much, seeing as the profit was still pretty good. And this was just, you know, my first go at a custom build. I think next time I'm definitely going to push the price up like a little bit more, or do like a percentage base or whatever. I think my major takeaway for this whole entire experiment is that if you do not have a plan to actually market your website, or you don't know how you're going to do that, in my opinion, it's not worth it. Because even me myself, right? Like, I have my Instagram account here, which I'm posting on literally every single day, basically. I also have my TikTok account, which I've been posting on daily since May. So I think that's like, it's been like 4 months on the dot. And probably like 3 or 4 that came directly from there. It's a little bit mad, you know, it's like one build a month. And I'm still paying obviously $40 a month for Shopify. As far as like marketing, like actual like cold hard advertising, I've spent I think a little over $300. So if we're talking like as a whole, I'm still in the red. I ain't even gonna lie, I'm still in the red. But I just gotta fix up my marketing and like actually make it proper, like make it good. I feel like that's the biggest issue, and that's the biggest obstacle, the biggest hurdle to actually getting a website off the ground, compared to something like Java or eBay or whatever. And that's kind of why, like, don't get me wrong, I hate having to pay these type of fees whenever I sell something, like paying, and even me, I have 9% fees on Java, which is like really good, right? Obviously, like it could be 12, could be like 13 with like the shipping, insurance, all that, but I only pay 9 since I'm, you know, I have an older account. Anyways, I feel like that value that they bring to the table is like a little bit undervalued. Now, don't get me wrong, the way that the website is going, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Like the fact that we got Andromeda, we got computer HQ, and if you sell in Java, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, they're 2 massive sellers, and like you can't tell me this is not like a little bit ridiculous, bro. Like just a wee bit stupid, bro. Pages of them. So it's like this is just gonna get pushed way to the bottom, you know. And it's even worse if you're not a verified seller, or you're not somebody who has some type of, you know, following or some type of name to them. So I think that's kind of like the benefit to, you know, creating your own website. You're not competing with anybody, but you do have to find out a way to like properly market it, so that way you can, you know, build up your name, make it so that way, okay, like we know for sure this guy's somebody who's trusted, they have good prices, they make good builds, you know, stuff like that. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you have any questions, anything like that, be sure to go ahead, join the Discord, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think it's worth it to create your own website, be your own boss, if you will, have it, you know, full control over everything? Or do you feel like, you know, using other marketplaces is probably the method for me? Up to you guys. But yeah, appreciate you all for watching, and I'll see you.